Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look that I am wearing right now. I'm super excited about it because it's kind of a little bit of a different tutorial. It's more cool toned than something I would typically do. So I know it's not completely cool toned, but it is a little bit different than my typical warm looks. I did this look today because I wanted to show you guys how much I love the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadows. This is the one I used in the tutorial today, and it's in Stars and Stories. It's a beautiful, shimmery, pinky, silvery mauve. It is gorgeous. I have it on my eyes. As you can see, it just looks so glittery and so sparkly. I just have a little bit of a ColourPop shadow over top of it, but for the most part, as you guys will see in the tutorial, this is exactly what it looks like when it goes on the eyes. They dry down really nicely, and they also last a pretty good amount of time, especially for something so inexpensive. These last so well. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and I will see you at the end. Mwah! Bye.
Hello everybody, so today we're going to be starting out by opening up a pack of Welch's gummies because let me tell you, these things are the most delicious gummies in the entire world. Do not argue with me, you know it's true. And look at me go. I am the gummy throwing champion, let me tell you. Look at, I do it like 3 times. I only put 3 times in this video, but I literally did it like 10 times. I was so proud of myself. But anyways, gonna be totally serious now. I'm starting out with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I'm just gonna be putting that in my T-zone to smooth out my pores. And then I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer, and I'm just using that to, well, prime my eyes. Then I'm going in with this Makeup Revolution concealer that I'm going to use later, and I'm putting that on my eyes, and as you can see, it's a very full coverage. So I'm using this to conceal all of my veins and flipping you off in the process. Now I'm going in with the Morphe 15N palette. I'm taking the shade Custom, which is that white cream shade right there, and applying that all over my lid to set our base. For some reason it was kind of turning out kind of brown, but I think it's because of my brush, not because of the shadow. Then I'm going in with the shade Opal, which is a nice warm brown, and I'm using this as my transition shade. My only gripe about this palette is that this is the lightest brown shade, and this is still semi-dark. So if you're very, very fair, keep that in mind. But it's a beautiful orangey shade, and I'm just buffing that all over the crease. Then I'm going in with Va Va Boom and Cliche, and I'm putting that on the outer corner using a Morphe M443. Gonna create a really nice berry toned look to the eye, which is exactly what I was going for. So just applying that on the outer corners and then buffing it out with that M504 like before, making sure there are no harsh lines. So now I'm going to be going in with these 2 shades right here, which are Editorial and Shook, I believe I used. And I'm just going to be buffing that out in my crease with one of the Morphe Gold brushes. I'm not sure which one it is, but any fluffy tapered brush will do. And I'm just, again, buffing that out with the M504 fluffy brush. This is my favorite blending brush if you have not figured that out already. Now I'm going in with Stars and Stories, which is one of the Essence Metal Shock shadows that I showed you in the beginning. And I'm just going to kind of cut the crease with this very lightly, about halfway. Then I'm taking a Luxie like flat brush, and I'm just going to kind of buff everything out and make sure it's defined, but not too sharp. I want it to kind of blend into the eye a little bit, so that's what I'm using the brush for. Then I'm going back in with the fluffy brush to blend everything out. Now I'm going in with Scene, which is a really pretty dark purple. This is the only shade in the palette that I've discovered is a little bit patchy, as you can see as I'm applying it to the outer corner. But I just went back in with that M433 that had a little bit of extra product on it, buffed it out, and it actually ended up working fairly well. It's just a little bit patchy. I think it's because it's a very dark purple. That's kind of a hard shadow to formulate. It's very pigmented, but it is just a bit patchy. Then I'm just going to buff that out again with the blending brush. Then I'm going to be going in with I Heart This, which is a beautiful Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. I'm just applying this over top to set the cream shadow and just add a little bit more brightness to the look. Then I'm going to go back in with that Morphe Gold brush and buff everything out. Going in with a makeup wipe to sharpen up those corners and get rid of any fallout, of course. And then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer, which is such a gorgeous glowy primer from the drugstore. Absolutely love this stuff. It's definitely an old favorite, but still ride or die. And I'm just covering up my nose with some Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is one of my tricks to keep makeup from wearing off of my nose. And then I'm going to be taking some MAC Fix Plus and spraying it all over my face before I blend in my foundation. For foundation today, I'm using the Ordinary Serum Foundation and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, just kind of mixed together. Next, I'm going in with that Makeup Revolution concealer from before. It's the Conceal and Define concealer, I believe. And then over top of that, I am going to be applying some of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm going to do that in a second, but just going to give you a heads up. I like this Makeup Revolution concealer so far, but it's a little bit light, so I wanted to apply some of the Maybelline Fit Me just to darken it up a little bit, and plus it looked cool for the gram, so you know. Now I'm going in with this sponge from Real Techniques. This is the Dewy Highlight and Contour Sponge. I love this sponge. It is so soft, so squishy, and it blends in product like a dream. It's amazing for cream contouring as well. Now I'm going to set my under eyes with some of the RCMA No Color Powder, just using a beauty blender. I realized that I literally used 3 different sponges in this video, which is totally excessive. You guys do not need to do that. Don't even know why I did that, but I did. Then I'm going to be taking Private Party Bronzer from ColourPop. It's a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I'm just going to be taking a Real Techniques blush brush to bronze my face. Then I'm going to be going in with a small tapered brush from Luxie, and I'm not contouring my nose, but I'm just adding a little bit of warmth. Now I'm going into Love Letter Blush from Makeup Geek and applying that with a stipple brush. I wanted something nice and cool toned, and while this blush looks very purple, it's actually not. It looks very nice on the face. Now I'm just buffing my face out using my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter and some of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder, my favorite way to set and buff out all those products. Now going in with the Amrezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills Highlighter, which is my new favorite highlighter. It's so beautiful, and I'm just applying that to my cheeks. I'm also going to apply that to the nose, the chin, above the eyebrow, all the typical places you would want to highlight. Oh, the Cupid's bow. Almost forgot about the Cupid's bow. How can you forget about the Cupid's bow? Then I'm going in with this highlighter from ColourPop, which is called Here Kitty Kitty, and I'm just going to be applying that to my cheeks to add a little bit extra pop, since the Amrezy highlighter is pretty close to my skin tone and provides more of a golden tone. I wanted something that was a little bit more cool tone, a little bit more icy for this look, so that's why I'm using that highlighter. I'm going to take a tiny brush. This is also one of the Morphe Gold brushes, and I'm applying that to my nose. As you can see, this kind of creates the illusion of a nose contour without actually having to go through the trouble of, contouring your nose. I'm also applying that to the inner corners, and I'm going to apply it to the brow bone just a little bit. I don't want anything too intense, so I'm just doing a nice light application, if you know what I mean. Then I'm going to go in to the lower lash line, and basically I'm just taking all the same shades from before and buffing them into the lower lash line, creating a nice smoky look without being too intense. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of take a clean brush and buff all that out. And I'm going in with Beverly Hills highlighter from Ofra and just adding a little bit more pop to the inner corners. I felt like it needed a little bit more something than that highlighter was giving. Now I'm going in with my Essence setting spray, and I'm going to spray this all over my face. I've been quite enjoying the setting spray. I actually quite like it. Then I'm taking my sponge that I used for powder and just blotting everything into my face, then taking some MAC Fix Plus and adding that to add a little bit more dewiness to the look. I'm going in and I'm curling my lashes, which is very important. You could totally do false lashes with this look, but I was going to dance, so I did not want to bother with false lashes, so I'm just going to go in with 3 different mascaras because that's easier. I'm taking the Benefit Roller Lash, which is my favorite mascara of all time. I'm just going to apply a coat of this to my upper lashes. Then I'm going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I'm going to apply a coat of this to the top and the bottom lashes. This is a very beautiful mascara. I love how lengthening it is. Then I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara, which is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. Now I'm going in with the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencil in Caramel Blonde to go. And then I'm going in with this little bitty teeny little adorable lipstick from Bite. It's the Amuse Bouche lipstick in Chai. Really, really beautiful reddish color. I really like it, but it was a little bit dark for this look and a little bit warm toned, so I'm taking this Makeup Revolution lipstick in a color I don't remember. I'll put it up on the screen, but it's a really pretty cool tone nude, and that's the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a minute for my outro. Mwah!
So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought of this look down below. Let me know what other types of looks you are looking to see, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye.